By the year 2050, more than half of the world's population will face severe water scarcity. Rivers are drying up, megacities are running out of drinking water, and experts predict that the next major global conflicts won't be fought over oil, they will be fought over water. But in the middle of one of the driest, most volatile regions on Earth, there is a tiny nation that looked at this existential threat and did the impossible. A country that is 60% desert with almost no rainfall, that somehow has a massive surplus of water. So much water that it actually exports billions of gallons to its neighbors. This isn't luck, it is the greatest environmental resurrection in human history, and the world is desperately trying to figure out how they did it. To understand how Israel solved the water crisis, we have to go back to 1948. When Israel was founded, its population was exploding, but its water supply was dangerously low. The south of the country was a barren wasteland, the Negev Desert, while the only major freshwater source was the Sea of Galilee in the north. In the 1950s, Israeli engineers built a massive, highly controversial project, the National Water Carrier. A giant network of pipes, canals, and tunnels built to pump water from the north all the way to the southern desert. It was a temporary fix, but by the 1990s, disaster struck. A series of devastating droughts hit the region. The Sea of Galilee dropped to historically low levels, threatening to turn brackish and unusable. The government launched massive public campaigns telling citizens to cut down on showers. Israel was literally running out of time and water. They realized that relying on nature was a losing game. They needed a paradigm shift. They had to stop finding water and start creating it. The first pillar of this revolution is recycling. Every time someone in Israel flushes a toilet, washes dishes, or takes a shower, that water isn't wasted. It is sent to ultra-advanced treatment facilities like the Shafdan. Here, wastewater undergoes intensive biological and mechanical purification. The result? Israel recycles nearly 90% of its wastewater. To put that into perspective, Spain is ranked second in the world, and they only recycle about 20%. The United States recycles less than 10%. This highly purified water is then pumped through a completely separate pipe system straight to the Negev Desert, supplying over 60% of the country's agricultural needs. But recycling wasn't enough for drinking water, so Israel turned to the Mediterranean Sea. They built 5 mega desalination plants using a technology called seawater reverse osmosis. These plants force ocean water through microscopic membranes at immense pressure, stripping away the salt and impurities. Today, these high-tech facilities produce over 80% of the domestic tap water in Israeli homes. They brought the cost of desalination down to some of the lowest rates in the world, turning the ocean into an infinite tap. The final piece of the puzzle is how they use the water. In the 1960s, an Israeli engineer named Simcha Blass noticed a tree growing larger than others because a nearby pipe was leaking a tiny, steady stream of water. This spark of genius led to the invention of drip irrigation by Netafim. Instead of flooding fields and wasting 50% of the water to evaporation, Israeli crops are fed drop by drop, directly at the root, mixed with the exact nutrients they need. It allowed Israel to grow more food with exponentially less water. Today, Israel has achieved something no other country has: complete water independence. They went from a country on the verge of dehydration to having a water surplus, and now they are using that surplus to change global geopolitics. Through the Abraham Accords and historical treaties, Israel now pipes millions of cubic meters of fresh water to Jordan and the Palestinian Authority. Israeli water tech companies are currently working in California, India, and Africa, helping local farmers survive extreme droughts. The story of Israel's water isn't just about engineering, it's a blueprint for the future of our planet. It proves that with the right combination of long-term government strategy, technological innovation, and sheer necessity, even the most hostile environments can be transformed into thriving oases. If the rest of the world adopts even half of these strategies, the global water crisis could be solved in a generation. What do you think is the most impressive part of this miracle? Is it the 90% recycling rate or turning the ocean into drinking water? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into how innovation changes the world, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you in the next video.